So when to apply to physical therapy school? Well, that's a great question, and it can depend on a lot of factors. So let's get right into it.
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the...
What's up guys, my name's Casey Coleman. I'm a physical therapist and the co-founder of Pre-PT Grind, and on this video we're going to be talking about when to apply to physical therapy school. When is the best time to apply? When should you apply? What factors go all into it? So to keep it simple, let's start with this. Let's start with the stereotypical textbook traditional type of student who is coming right out of undergrad, and their plan is to start physical therapy school right after they graduate. No gap years, no doing a different career, no going overseas, none of that. You're graduating, then after a few months you want to start physical therapy school right away. So let's start with that. If that is you, then you want to apply to PT school. The best time to apply to PT school is the summer before your senior year in undergrad. Okay? All right? So if you want to start physical therapy school after you graduate, the best time to apply when you need to apply to physical therapy school is the summer before your senior year, the summer before your last year of undergrad. If it's not your technical senior year or you got different credits here and there, you know, it varies. The summer before your last year, okay? Because what's going to happen is you apply to physical therapy school the summer before your senior year. You send in your application. The application cycle opens in mid-June, early July. You send in your application. Then, you know, during that fall semester of your senior year, you get callbacks, you get interviews, you get waitlisted, you get applied to, you know, all that stuff happens. The application process continues, okay? So let's just say you get accepted on December 15th of that same year. So then, since you got accepted December 15th, let's just say your cohort starts the following year in August, okay? So you apply the summer before your senior year. You go on throughout your senior year, you apply, you start senior year first semester or fall semester, then senior year spring semester. Okay, you graduate in May, you walk across the stage, and you already been accepted into physical therapy school that December, that fall semester, okay? So you walk across the stage, you graduate with your bachelor's degree from undergrad, and then that's May, and then a few months down the line, in August, you start physical therapy school. Just like that, like nothing ever stopped. It's just another summer away from school. Then that fall you start again, but now in physical therapy school. Okay? So play that back, ask questions below, comment, all that stuff, so you can get clarification. But that is the textbook scenario for the textbook student, for the stereotypical traditional student who's looking to go into PT school just like that. Okay? All right, so now, if you're not that student, now this part is for you. If you're not that student, when the best time to apply is really up to you, is really when you're ready. When your requirements are finished or finishing or about to be done or going to be done by the time you apply. There's a lot of nuances that go into that that you can always message us or comment below. We can get into it. But if you're not that traditional student, it really depends on when you have those requirements done or when they're going to be done as to when you apply. So for instance, you graduated 3 years ago. You tried this career, you took some classes here and there, but it wasn't panning out. Then you found physical therapy or you came back. But you have 5 prerequisites that still need to be done. 5 prerequisite classes that need to be completed. Just because everybody is applying in the summer from June to July and, you know, that cycle doesn't mean you're ready. Just because other students are before their senior year and you're 3 years out and other people are applying now doesn't mean that's the right time to apply. It's just how the cycle moves. You're not ready yet. Or you don't have letters of recommendation yet. Or you don't know how to write your essays. Or you didn't know your school needed the GRE. Or you dropped out of school and you don't have your bachelor's degree yet. Or you went to the PTA route and now you want to go the DPT route and you don't have your bachelor's yet. Where are you? Where are you? That's what you need to get a grasp on and land with. We need a foundational point so that we can answer that question as to when is the best time to apply for you to physical therapy school. Okay? So now once you have that done, now once you know where everything is and try and ground some things, now you can say, all right, I can predict that I will have these 5 classes done by next year at this time. Next year in February. I'll be good. I'll be done with those classes. I'll have the GRE in. I'll have more observation hours. I have 2 more letters of recommendation. All the stuff that we talk about throughout our platform. You're starting to get those done, and you can predict that. That'll be finished or close to being finished by February. Okay, now, that same year, you know the application cycle opens up in June, late July. Or, sorry, mid-June, early July. Okay, I'm done in February. I'm ready. I can see when it's opening, and now I'm ready to apply. Now is the best time for me to apply to PT school because I'm ready. You can also do that scenario if you're done or about to be done a little later in that year. So let's just say you're finishing up some classes and you're taking summer classes. And you take a summer class in from May to August, late May to August. And the application cycle opens up. Now you're getting stressed. Application cycle opens up from June, mid-June to early July. And you're like, oh my gosh, should I just apply now? I need to get in early. Right? Now you're like, oh my gosh, what should I do? But you're going to be done at the end of that summer semester. So when is the best time for you to apply? Are those classes going to be done on July 1st? On July 15th? Are they? Yes, no, that's for you to answer. If they are, great. You could probably apply on July 20th when those classes are done and finished and you got your grades and you got your transcripts. But if it's not going to be done until August 27th, is June 2nd the best time for you to apply when everything's not done yet? And your deadlines aren't until November 15th. December 15th, just because everybody's frantic and you see stuff on Reddit or Google or our Facebook group and everything. Is that the best time for you to apply? You need to figure that out. And the list goes on and on and on of different scenarios. It can get so nuanced, it can get so complex, and that's why we are here to help you. Whether you're in the accepted system or coaching program, or you just need a question answered in the DM somewhere, that's what we're here for. That's why we're coaches. That's why we do this. That's where the interesting part comes in. So, again, overarching message. When to apply is really when you are ready. There's no, apply from, or you're ready to apply from January to May, or when to apply is the best time when the application cycles opens. You need to have it in from June 15th to August 15th. That's the best time to apply because there's statistics on getting in and getting accepted between those 2 times. It doesn't work like that. Fortunately and or unfortunately, however you want to view that, it's just how it works. The best time to apply is when you are ready, because the worst thing that can happen is you start following all these other people, then you send in your application when you're not ready, when it's not complete, or when it's not the best it can be, and you get destroyed, you get demolished emotionally. Your whole family is like, oh, you shouldn't apply to PT school, or this isn't for you because you get rejected or waitlisted and you waste money, and you go through all of this stuff just when you could have waited because it wasn't the best time for you to apply. Doesn't mean you're not good enough to be a physical therapist. Doesn't mean you're not good enough to get accepted. Doesn't mean you're not smart enough. Doesn't mean you're this or that. It just wasn't the best time for you to apply. So if you're outside of that textbook, stereotypical, traditional student, and let me even say this, even if you are that textbook, traditional, whatever student coming out of undergrad, still you might not be ready. Your GPA might be too low. You might not have all the classes done. You might have majored in something else. Even you still might not be ready. So just because I said at the beginning, the textbook student who comes out of undergrad and this, if you don't have the requirements, you still might not be ready. It still might not be the best time for you to apply. All right. So I know that might have been a lot. You might have to replay this video. You might have to take some notes. You might have to take some inventory as to where you're at. And that is okay. That is okay, because this application of applying to physical therapy school is very personal. It's very personal. It's not like, oh, do this, 1, 2, 3. You have a lot of factors going on. There's a lot of context that needs to be associated and factored in for this process. So watch it again, share it out, comment, join our coaching program, DM us. Let's get this figured out so we know when the best time for you to apply to PT school is. All right, so hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. You guys have been doing great with it. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next video.